Stefano, with the benefit of some time, how do you look back on the 2010 season?
Well, 2010 season, I think that, at the end of the day, it was a positive season. For sure, everyone has in his eyes, the last race, but it would be wrong. It would be wrong for the benefit also to the one that won the title. I think that for sure last year we didn't have the best car. It is a fact. For sure, at the beginning we have lost a lot of points that were very heavy at the end. But for sure we did a recovery that was really fascinating and very interesting because showed was the spirit of the team that never gave up. Even if the pressure was very high, even if no one would have bet anything on our team. And so starting from the positive point, I think that the main thing that we need to clear is the fact that all the guys, drivers, engineers, has to take away from the back mind, the ghost of the last race, because it's very heavy. And it's important to start with a very fresh and clear mind without thinking back. Because we had very good races, also on the strategic point of view. And so start from the positive things, take away the negative things. Of course, as I said, 2010 was an important season also because we had some changes in the team, some modification within the team that are not clear outside, and we hope that these things will have a good impact on the actual season that will start in the next couple of days.
Sure. The second half of the season was terrific, and no one would have given Fernando a chance of the championship after maybe Silverstone. So, given that you've now arrived at Abu Dhabi with that great chance of winning the championship, do you take personal responsibility, or does the team take responsibility for the decision that was made? How do you look on that?
I mean, you know me. I mean, I take the responsibility of the teams, of the team decision. You know that in an organization, you have people that has certain responsibility. At the end of the day, it's my responsibility because it's our team, and I take the good moment and the bad moment. The good moment I share with the teams, with all the members, and the bad moments I try to keep over my shoulders. And I can guarantee to you that it was quite a heavy moment. But it's part of this game. If you're not able to manage this pressure, it's better that you do another job. But of course, it was a very intense moment, no doubt about it. But short memories in Formula One, not in Formula One, in all the sports. So this is part of the game. You can win and can lose. I always said that you have to be a man, above all when it's difficult. And then, of course, as a man with a responsibility in the organization, you need to improve. Without pointing out the man on people or certain person, but try to improve for the benefit of the result of the team. This is my spirit, and the spirit that I have to say that Ferrari has always considered as a priority.
Now, moving forward, this year you have the same two drivers as you've had. A lot of the top teams have the same two drivers. Is that consistency very important for you?
I think so. I think that is an element of positiveness that it is in the team. We have a stable couple of drivers. For sure, we have Fernando that has an approach where after what has happened in Abu Dhabi, wants to have an immediate revenge, if I may say that. Felipe, after a difficult season, wants to show who is him. And I have to say that normally when he's under pressure, he's always behaving very well, and I'm expecting him a lot. Because if you want to fight for a constructor title against very, very strong team, Red Bull, McLaren, Mercedes, and I don't want to forget anyone else because also other teams can be very strong. I think that we need to have two drivers that are pushing each other to make sure that they are very, very strong and very, very fast.
Now, Fernando's fitted into the team very well. His second half of the season was extraordinary, as we've already said. Does he start the season as number one? Now team orders are allowed?
No. We give the same chance to the drivers, and we see how the season will develop. But there's no number one and number two drivers as a lineup, I would say, on that respect.
Now, what about the changes, the rule changes for 2011? There's many things with the movable rear wings, with KERS, with the banning of F-ducts and things. What do you think are going to be the most important parts of the new regulations?
Well, I think first of all, priority number one is to make sure that the project of the car is good with the tires. It's a new tires that should be a little bit different. So if if you don't have the right balance, then the car will be difficult to handle. Could be a higher degradation that in any case we will have this season, because it was a choice to have that. So for sure the tire interpretation. Then, of course, it's important that the rear wing system has to be a system that is working. We are working also with the FIA to understand the last technicalities in order to understand exactly how the system can be operated. Very important. And then, of course, cars, we come back with a project that is an evolution of what we had 2 years ago, and it is important that we do not suffer about any problem at the beginning. It's a normal learning curve, and so we really hope that was in the past. So all these elements have a very important weight on the fact that the car will be very sensible to all of these points. And it is a massive changes, they are not so small. So the effect of these changes could affect in a very incredible way the performance of the car.
Now, in the past, you've had some trouble interpreting some of your wind tunnel numbers. Are you happier now that you're getting realistic values from the wind tunnel that are going to be reproduced on the track? And how's the 2011 car looking?
I think that it was a serious issue that we had. We believe that what we have done in terms of new instruments, new tools, new upgrade on the wind tunnel is still the same in any case. Will cover that, and at least we've seen, above all in the last part of the season, that what we were expecting the last couple of months was exactly what we had on the track. So it's a positive sign, I would say. So let's hope that will be the same also this year. It is fundamental, to avoid what has happened, not only to us, I have to say, but also to other teams, where above all, beginning mid-season, you had some upgrade, you were expecting a lot, and then you saw that it was the opposite. So this is, in the competition of this year, will be very, very difficult to cope if we had this problem. With regard to the car, we are now basically trying to prepare it for the launch. That will be on the 28th of January. For sure, as all the teams, we will try to develop the car of the first race up to the last moment. So I'm expecting all the cars that will be different from what we will see at the beginning of the season. At the moment, we are on target. We will see.